this is video 2 of our PAX it's not PAX Unplugged, it's PAX East.
It's definitely
PAX Unplugged was 3 months ago. And I'm here with Steven from 10 Candles.
Yes.
So, of course, I think everybody knows 10 Candles by now, but give us a little recap, a little blurb. Like, what's your elevator speech for 10 Candles? Because everybody in our network loves it, and I've been trying to get us to play it for such a long time. We're finally going to do it in October, so give us the elevator pitch for everybody else out there.
Sure. So if you haven't heard of 10 Candles before, it is a tragic horror tabletop role-playing game. It's played by the light of 10 tea light candles, which act obviously as atmosphere, but also act as a countdown timer for the game. So every time the players fail one of their dice rolls, one of those candles is darkened. Everything gets a little bit harder as you move from scene to scene. Your candles go out, your die pool reduces, until eventually at the end of the game, you are clinging to whatever success you can have. But in that final scene, all of the characters will die. So everyone knows going in, this is not a survival
horror.
This is tragic horror. Yeah.
Which I think is why it has such a broad appeal. And of course we have the 10 Candles down here. I'm just gonna there's random a little product picture, right? But of course, so that's kind of I feel like a lot of people are familiar with 10 Candles by now and the general premise of the tragic horror. And thank you for the recap.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a very cool, awesome concept. A lot of our partner channels have played it on there with VTTs as well, and it's very, very popular. But that aside, I see a couple of new products here, and I was wondering if you could tell us about the 2 new products that you have.
Sure. So To Serve for Wintry Hunger is also available on my website. That is a dark fairy tale game where it is for 1 facilitator and exactly 4 players. The players take the role of mischievous, backstabbing, arrogant little snow spirits that have all been cast out into a wintry storm by their mistress to go and hunt down a human and drag them home for supper. So it plays in less than 2 hours. It's also designed for one-shot gameplay, just like 10 Candles.
Okay.
It is all about extracting wicked fey bargains, competing with your fellow players, stabbing them in the back, and trying to earn your mistress's favor.
Sounds dramatic and fun.
Yeah, it's
perfect
a lot
for theater kids that do APs, right?
Yes.
So is there anything that you want to show off in the book, or is it sort of like the mystery of the cover?
Well, yeah, so this book it's nice and short. It's a very short actual tome to represent the fact that it plays fairly quickly, but all of the rules that you need to play are inside, including you've got some character creation up front. This is a very question prompt driven tabletop RPG if you're familiar with those. And then the actual process of the hunt itself. So as you're playing, you're rolling dice, you're hoping to get certain numbers, and when you do, that sort of signifies that your character is moving forward in the hunt.
Okay.
And as you play, one of my favorite parts about the game is you get to cut out paper snowflakes to mark your progress along the hunt. Cool. Very much like elementary school crafts class.
Right.
If you are successful working together to capture the human, you get to unfold your snowflake and show it off at the end of the game.
Aww.
But if you fail to capture the human, you have to tear it up, and you never get to look at your beautiful creation.
Devastating.
It's devastating.
So the dice mechanics that you mentioned, is it a roll under? Is it like D10s, D6s?
So it uses a very similar dice pool mechanic to 10 Candles in that it has a diminishing die pool mechanic. And to serve, each player has their own individual die pool of 6 six-sided dice.
Okay.
So everyone will roll at the same time, and at the start of the game, everyone's looking to get their 1. Once you get your 1, either through claiming it yourself or possibly another character taking pity on you and maybe extracting a bargain to help you along by giving you their 1. Once you get that, you get to narrate sort of the first leg of the hunt.
Okay.
But then that 1 will get set aside. So now you're working with a smaller die pool to get your 2,
returns,
and then your 3 and your 4 until you're just rolling that 1 die to get your 6.
Awesome. Okay. Very cool. And that's I like the idea of the snowflakes. That's also really cool, and the diminishing dice pool system. So awesome. Yeah, we're gonna check that out. And it's also I also love the idea of the under 2 hours because as you know, people a lot of times will overplan, and it's really hard to squeeze in that 4-hour window for an AP.
And it rarely includes the amount of time you have to do prep and things like that. This, like 10 Candles, 0 prep. You just need to have the rule book and some
makes
of the
things easier on me and our showrunners, right?
Exactly.
So, and keeping it under 2 hours, I'm sure will go much longer anyway because we always go longer than the intended time. It's like a meme, right, in the AP world. But so starting at 2 and under is a great place to start. So and I'm sure my showrunners thank you for that too. But there's one more that I really want to show off, which is really cool. And I said I never get too hyped over anything because of a cover, but this immediately caught my attention. So Inside Out, look at the cover, it's amazing.
This is not available on my website, but is available online. So if you search for Inside Out, I think it might be on Itch.io or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not the individual who came up with the idea of it, but I am one of the contributing designers, which is why I'm selling it. So this is a collection of 7 different monsters, modules, creative ideas, things for any tabletop role-playing game you want to sprinkle them into.
Cool.
They're all system agnostic ideas, modules, things like that, and they're all within the body horror genre. So if you're a particularly sadistic game master and you want to sprinkle a little nonsense,
I know it's not for everybody, but for those of us that do love sort of cosmic and body horror, it's definitely sounds like it'd be right up our alley. I've seen some of the art too. So,
this is the module that I submitted, the Shy Lamp Worker. This is, if you have a situation where you want your players to achieve some goal or get some information, gain a treasure, something that's very, very hard to find, they might travel to wherever Faye live in your world and seek out the Shy Lamp Worker. But getting a meeting with her and making her feel comfortable enough to meet with the party will come at great personal, physical sacrifice. But also you might find Mr. Twisted's Incredible Flesh Park. Come to the Flesh Carnival, ride the Flesh rides, win the Flesh prizes.
I'm just going to zoom in there. That's really cool.
There's a variety of things in here to just give the GM in your life some creative and fun ideas of pretty gruesome stuff sometimes to put into their tabletop RPG. This is Inside Out.
And again, kind of a recurring theme. We mentioned it over at the last interview we did. A lot of sort of stuff is leaning towards Monster of the Week, which is a hugely popular format. And having something very similar, having the 7 monsters, or the 9 monsters, or 12 or 13, depending on who we've been talking about today. It's a recurring theme, and it makes a lot of sense because Ampersand, right, was originally you have big monster. It's a big monster. So people kind of still crave that, but in a way, I'm sure as you know, that's more digestible. That's easier to just tackle, and you can have a more concise, digestible team building experience. That's also fun for someone watching, right?
Right, exactly.
So, for sure. And of course for the people playing. It's different, it's quick, and it's little vignettes. Kind of like what we do with the videos. But anything else that you want to add or plug or promote? Any upcoming projects or anything to look forward to?
I'll make note that hopefully within the next year or so, I'll be releasing a game that I've been sitting on for a really long time. It was a Kickstarter, pre-pandemic Kickstarter that I'm finally getting to its final.
We're hearing that a lot too. Things that started before the panoramic, right? As Elvin says, getting through that, we're now picking them up again.
Exactly. So that will be Gather, Children of the Evertree, which is somewhere between a tabletop role-playing game, a live-action role-playing game, and a model UN that will be coming out hopefully this fall in time for PAX Unplugged. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that actually goes. But might be pushed out to next year if need be. But that's going to be coming soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll come in a box like a board game. Based on a deck of cards that will drive you through the actual gameplay. But it's a ton of fun.
I'm an aging millennial, and my brother was Gen X, so I love box sets like everybody else. I think he had the red box and a lot of the old school 2E stuff, right? The red box. Somebody I know has I think the other one was a white box, right? They had a red and a white box.
I don't even know what they came
back in the day.
I know at least there was a red.
But
box.
I love box sets.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really cool to see y'all do a box set.
Yep. So hopefully you'll see that from us in the next year or so.
Awesome.
We're really excited.
And where can people find updates on that if they want to I like model UNs. Right?
If you like my stuff, the best place to get updated is on my Patreon. So it's patreon.com/Stephen Dewey, my name. But you can also follow me on Twitter @ShiftyGinger. I don't post there all the time.
I love your Twitter handle.
Or @Cavalry Games, which is sort of my official business Twitter.
You got it.
But you can find me there.
Cool. All right, Cavalry Games. Look it up, and we'll see you all on the next one. Thank you so much for your time, Stephen. I'm going to give you a reverse elbow bump there because I had the wrong hand holding it. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.